Namaste, angels. This is the weekly love reading, covering the 23rd, or is it the 24th? The 24th through the 30th. So Sunday the 24th through Saturday the 30th, which is Yom Kippur. So the Day of Atonement. And leading up to Yom Kippur, every single day in between is a day of repentance. So this whole week, as far as the Hebrew calendar is concerned, the Jewish religion is concerned, is about forgiveness. There are other things going on in astrology. The sun entered Libra, so happy birthday to all the Libras out there. Mercury also enters Libra this week. I'm pretty sure there's something going on with Black Moon Lilith on the 27th, although I can't remember what it is. It just popped into my head as I was doing the general, and I should have looked it up, but I still haven't. But it's something I remember from months ago. It's not that it's ending, because it doesn't end until November 8th, 9th, depending upon where in the world one is. What else? Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars, like real close. Real close. I think it was 11 degrees. I talk about it in the general. Also, the 29th is the feast day of Michaelmas. So it was originally the feast day of Saint Michael alone, with Saints Gabriel and Raphael being celebrated on their own respective days too, March 24th and October 24th. And now the three of them are celebrated on the same day, September 29th. So that also falls this week. That's it. I mean, I talk about all the stuff that goes on from those perspectives, spiritual, astrology or astronomy, all that stuff I talk about in the general for those of you who want to get caught up. So I'm going to go to the dice. I'm beginning with stay in bed. Try again. And party. Spirit says 29. I was just talking about 9/29, the feast day of Saint Michael, Saint Raphael, and Saint Gabriel, the archangels. 29. 29 also means spiritual partnership, and perhaps quote unquote, I was going to say hashtag, well, that too, twin flame. Also, in the general reading, we had the Two of Fire, or Two of Wands turn up. So that is another aspect of 29. Spirit says email too. Uranus, very active this week. I speak about that as well in the general reading. And perhaps some of us are to contact one another via some sort of text communication, email, text from your phone, stuff like that. Inbox message. Goes down in the DM. Maybe an invite to a romantic dinner will come through that means. All right, so I'm going to begin with the Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle and Celebration first, with this very Pentecostal dove. And maybe because of the saints, Gabriel, Michael, and Raphael. Perhaps because of the Virgin Mary. This week also falls the Feast of Our Lady of Mercy. I didn't talk about that, but I do talk about it in the general. So all these reasons why celebration in a more 3D aspect, maybe because I've been feeling so many like engagements and weddings and other reasons to be happy, reconciliation, right? Couples getting back together because the retrogrades are ending. And some of them, while some of them don't come to a complete end for months now, a lot having at least gone direct. And Pluto goes direct this week on the 28th in the sign of Capricorn. So that's reason to celebrate too, because with Pluto going backward, the planet of transformation going backward, it was holding people back from transforming, and from the planet of death and rebirth, it was holding people back from allowing things to die and letting them go. So they were holding, even if they wanted to get rid of a person, place, or thing, they were like holding on to stuff that was toxic to them. That can finally start to come to an end for those people who were, in part being sort of guided strongly by the planet Pluto. Reason to celebrate. And opening to relationship. Reason to celebrate. Right? A reconciliation, the rebirth, a resurgence of a relationship, a marriage, an engagement. Relationship and meditation. Because if you can't get a relationship to, heal and to go right, we first got to work on the relationship with ourselves. That can be helped with meditation. Relationship. Aww. Sacred union. That's the kind of relationship. How beautiful is that? 2 of Wands. Sacred union. Yeah, this is a very romantic week. I think because of all the forgiveness, because of the atonement, the repentance. It culminates in Venus and Mars coming together, and it can culminate in some of us coming together. Let's see. Venus rules Taurus, Libra, and Gemini. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. So maybe more so, perhaps, than other signs, those, getting closer this week, like Venus and Mars do toward the end of the week. But in general, it was a lot of love and a lot of forgiveness, and cards that spoke to that. Judgment, death, the Empress, the Ace of Water. So you guys are going to have to check it out. Also, I did something I hadn't done in a while. And perhaps I hadn't ever done at all in this way. In the past, I used to sometimes do like what we can do for ourselves and what's surrounding and what God wants us to know. But that's the spread that I did today. But I did one for the masculine all by himself and one for the feminine all by herself. So I don't think I had ever done that before. I did this time. So you guys might want to check that out again and find out more about these sacred unions that are getting reignited by messages from afar. People coming back from separation. Sacred union. For Scorpios, actually, that would be both of their ruling planets sort of emerging in a positive sense in both cases. Again, Pluto facing direct and Mars in a positive conjunction with Venus. For you Scorpios out there, you may have some particular, lovey-dovey this week. And the golden path. Golden path is the path toward healing, in my opinion, because I always pictured as the yellow brick road, which leads to Emerald City. And the golden path for me, similarly, leads to the Emerald Ray, or Archangel Raphael. Maybe especially this week. Sacred union. I'm going to cut. And it's the mystic. So all about maybe Aquarius, more Uranus, and Uranus still in retrograde. That is one of the ones that continues for a while. And water signs too, and intuition, paying attention to one's intuition. Can't help but think about water signs with all this dark blue, and you think about the moon and the sky. We got to listen carefully to ourselves, to the voices in our own heads. Be friends with the monster. Overall energy is message from afar. The feminine with regard to herself this week. The masculine with regard to the feminine. And with regard to himself. And with regard to the union. Overall, 2 outcomes. Interesting. I saw today another reader. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but I saw dealing, when something starts automatically or whatever. I had been watching Kanika Jenkins, so they didn't fit together. But anyway, all of a sudden I'm watching this reader. And they pulled out 2 by accident, looked at them, and put 1 back. I thought, how strange. And they decided which one wasn't appropriate for the reading. I can't do that. When this happens to me, I got to lay them both. All right. What the feminine is feeling about herself this week, or her higher self wants her to know is feeling. The masculine about the feminine, the masculine in relation to himself, the masculine in relation to the union as a whole, as it relates to their situation. What the masculine would have the feminine to do this week, contribute, surrender toward the union, toward making it work. What he himself is willing to. The overall energy, the outcome, and what the universe would have the 2 to do or surrender this week. Feminine, meditation is back. So this is what we have to work on, finding our zen, finding our peace. And you know what? I'm going to suggest healing sounds yet again, and maybe specifically the healing tones of love. Since this is the love reading. Masculine, with relation to the feminine sorrow, he hurt her. He hurt her. That's what he's feeling. He's sorry. This is the week of atonement and repentance. He's sorry. Well, it's not too late. He's right on time. Wow. With relation to himself. Boom! How you like me now? He is so present. He is so present this week already. I've only turned over 3 cards. The union itself, divine guidance. He's going to listen too. Like I was talking about, we have to listen. And that card that showed up with the woman with the star, the mystic, pay close attention, listen, listen. The masculine is doing that too. And the moon has affected him. This recent moon, the Virgo new moon, it's helping him to heal. And he knows now that the healing is infinite. It doesn't run out. He can always call out for it, reach out for it. And particularly this week, again, when the healer of the scriptures literally is being celebrated, Archangel Raphael. Overall, wow, how fabulous is this? Forgiveness. And I just pulled this card last minute. I had almost forgot this one. Is it the one I most forgot, or was it this? In any case, I wasn't paying attention. I was talking and laying stuff and not even, that's why I had to recap everything. Forgiveness. Wow, right here on top of the sorrow. And the union, where it belongs. What would the masculine have the feminine to do this week? Reflect, think, don't give up on him is what he's saying. Give him a chance. Hear me out is what he's saying. Hear me out. Think about when. Remember us when. And then for the present situation, if he's caused you harm or whatever, he's sorry. He's going to apologize for that. So think about that. Consider his words. Consider what he's saying. And then consider the future. What do you want? Because here's your opportunity. Is this, man or woman, what you want? If it is, forgiveness. And then forgiveness, even if it's not what you want. There's a song like that too. Forgiveness, even if you don't want me around. When it's time to get down to the heart of the matter. Not the Eagles. Here's the Eagles. I'm usually better at this than I am right now. But I have so many things, I'm hearing so many things about this and feeling so many things. Even if you don't want to reunite, with somebody. Because maybe some of us will be approached by someone other than the divine masculine. Maybe it'll be like the last of the soulmates trying to come through. Forgiveness, even in those cases too. Reflection and forgiveness, where sorrow is expressed. And even when it's not. Like, because you forgive yourself then, if somebody else doesn't come through with it. Because that still leads you to this. That still leads you to health and happiness. Yeah, that's right. The masculine is willing to let go of expectations. He had built like a false, house around himself of bullshit. And he knows what's real now. Only love is real. And that's this. The love is here. So he's going to let go of like insignificant stuff. And he knows now too, because of this divine guidance, and he realized how infinite this is. It's helped him to put in perspective how small his thoughts are in comparison to the vastness that is the universe, the vastness that is God. And so why do I have these? I mean, I can't even conceive, I can't even possibly begin to fathom what this has in store. So let me just cut it out. That's where he is. So beautiful. I love this spread. What the universe would have us both to do is reconnect with Mother Nature, for one thing, because that's going to help to open up the flow. This comes in with the meditation too. I always get the feeling that whenever we're able to do our meditation outdoors, if we're at all in an area that's conducive to that, which even in New York City, it's 77 degrees right now at 1:39 in the morning in September. Yeah, so whenever we can, let's do it outside. And it doesn't have to be done like this, especially not naked. We know that. Not outside. Unless you're into that and you don't get arrested where you live, then go for it. Lastly, the outcome. Wow, seriously. Listening and transmutation. So listening, again, all that I talked about with the need for the feminine to truly listen to the masculine, for the masculine to truly listen to his heart in order to be guided to this in the first place, to seek this forgiveness, to express this sorrow. That's what's happening here. Maybe it comes through initially communication that is written. So we're not listening with our eyes. We'll have to listen with other senses and feel what's coming through that communication, because it may start with text or DMs or inbox and email and all that kind of stuff. But then what we're doing with this, with that listening to ourselves, to the other, is taking all of this pain, all of this resentment, fear, agony, regret, whatever it is that we have, either toward other people that has caused us blocks in our romantic relationships, toward ourselves that's caused us, stunted our growth in those areas, or toward one another, the two archetypes and aspects of the divine union, taking that and transmuting it back to love, not allowing any of it to remain, as pain, as hurt, as any type of negative emotion or attachment, letting it all go. And that helping us, propelling us upward toward our rise, toward our ascension. How freaking awesome. Seriously. Wow. I seriously love this spread. And I'm so proud of the masculine. How far must he have come just this week, really, to reach this point of, really a true admission of guilt and, where he went wrong. Most importantly to himself. God, family, football as far as I'm concerned. But really proud of him to see him, what he's doing in relation to the feminine too. Okay. And on that note, I'm going to fan myself and move on to the hashtag creepy deck, beginning with perhaps the divine masculine himself, the dark male. Wow. Can you freaking believe this? An opening to the communication. Seriously. How wonderful is this week already? Dark male. Oh, here's this chick in reverse. One of my subscribers commented like one time, like, she better stay upside down. Brunette female who always comes through very quote unquote karmic. So this might be one of the things that's being left behind. This may be one of the things for which the masculine is sorry. But he remains on top, and he's maybe seeking his freedom from her. Dark male and family, which can have many meanings. Maybe the dark male wanting to start a new family. Here she is up right now. The dark male's family with her, maybe. Being a factor in this big equation. Okay. This is a messy cut. These cards will get good and shuffled, huh? Ice Queen. But maybe not with her back to anything this week. Maybe this is just Venus. Just Venus coming through. You know, to be where she belongs, to reign over everything else. Overall energy this week is dating queen. The masculine or the feminine, maybe both, having a lot of suitors, a lot of potential, like 7 of water type of energy. And this cross spread will be from the perspective of the universe, beginning with the divine couple. Because the last was from the perspective of the masculine. The recent past, the near future, the masculine's higher self, blocks to the union, what the feminine can do, what the masculine can do, further advice from the universe, and the outcome over here this time. Divine couple, communication. So last week it was twin flame. This week it may not be as romantic, but you know what? A lot of people are going to rather see this and feel this and have it actually happen in their lives, you know, than just seeing twin flames show up. Although it's nice to be reassured of what the union is, that you're told that you're not crazy. Now that you know you're not crazy, we want to talk it out. Recent past. New love, fresh starts, new beginnings with that moon. The new moon, the new month, the new year. New love. Near future, dark male. He returns. He's part of the new love. He's part of the communication. Masculine's higher self. Wallflower. He had been not doing much. And this comes through. It represents signs for me when I do readings. Capricorn, Scorpio, can even be Gemini, like the type to be out to party, but you still want to be by yourself. You still don't really want to be bothered. You know what I mean? That's the masculine's higher self right now. Blocks to the union. Wow, the fact that you would not, this is so freaking funny. That's why I was made to mention it, because I don't do that. But the fact that we wouldn't like accept and acknowledge this before in itself was a block. The self-imposed block. But the way that the couple, and maybe even more so, the masculine this particular week has stepped up and basically embraced the whole thing. Now all you got to do is like grab it. Just grab it. Wow. When the block is not a block at all. When it's something awesome. Wow. I feel like I don't have to look at anything else, but I'm going to. What can the feminine do? Just keep ascending. Keep transmuting that negativity to love and rising. Still I rise. Just keep going up. All the way up. It's a beautiful week. Masculine? Wow, look at this rivalry here. Speaking of Capricorn, this guy comes through Capricorn a lot for me too. Here you go, dating queen. Wow, I got to show you what's underneath that. Thankfully upside down, but what's underneath that when I pick up the dating queen? Here she goes, but she was upside down. Again, thankfully. Let me tell you what's underneath her. Can you believe this? She's upright. This is like the big standoff this week. And underneath her, oh, okay. The angels are really, really funny. They got jokes. Mature man, upright underneath her. But it doesn't stop yet. Also upright beneath that. The triangle. Seriously, can you believe this? And it's not over yet. Last but not least, control. All of these people mixed up in a big puppet show that's not very entertaining. It's not very fun. It's not very loving. It's been painful. And it's time for this show to be over. Take a bow, as Rihanna says. Wow. Further advice from the universe this week. Blonde female, as if we didn't have enough characters, you know, coming out to play. It's just like literally the week we were putting our cards on the table. Everything comes out is what it looks like here. Whatever everything is for some of us. It's all coming out. We're facing it and we're deciding what we're doing here. Outcome. Open relationship. Relationships out in the open for some. Open relationship for others. But what is a divine union that hasn't come all the way together in union the way the universe would have it, but an open relationship? Because until that happens, there's like nothing we can do about, you know, what goes on. It's all up to the universe. We have to allow everything to be open. Whoa! Talk about emotional roller coaster. And I guess I should have known, because that first spread went too easy and I've already done the moon reading. So I know what the energy is for 2 weeks. And it was a lot of up and down and, you know, a lot of love, but a lot of crazy stuff also. Okay, I'm going to go to the romance angels now, beginning with engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, as we keep seeing, because this is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Engagement. Soulmate. Boom. Yes, this is your soulmate, as we've seen. Twin flame. All that stuff. Sacred union. Engagement. This could be the one. No, it is the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Engagement. We're calling in our soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And it looks like we brought everybody in. We didn't just bring in the soulmate. We called everybody in accidentally, maybe. We didn't realize how strong we were. Engagement. Yep, we brought in some codependency too. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So those are the people, places, and things of which we need to let go. Engagement. We can't continue to bring them forward with us. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that comes with the communication. I'm going to cut. calling in your soulmate. Overall energy is now finances and career, which is kind of interesting. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Then again, I think this came up, and I believe it was in a positive sense in the moon reading. Because like Venus showed up, if I remember correctly. In any case, moving right along, this is the masculine and the feminine. Make the effort, masculine. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So just implement your plan. That first spread that we saw, that was your plan, and put that in action. That's plenty of effort, at least as far as I'm concerned. Surrounded by separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, but not from your partner. This isn't your partner. This is those other people that showed up, the fair male and the brunette female upside down and all. This is letting go of toxic situations and relationships for the sake of true love, which is what is on your mind. This is the romance of a lifetime. So I got to make some moves. Feminine, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And it may be. You may need to think and decide what are you going to do when you're presented with some of these situations. And the request for forgiveness and the expression of sorrow. You may need to, take a step back after that. Feminine, surrounded by, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And this red flag is Mars, is what just came to me. And in the feminine subconscious, wedding. This situation involves marriage. Crowning, calling in your soulmate yet again. At the root, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And at the heart of the matter, let go of control issues. Remember the puppet show? And allow this situation to unfold naturally. The next card is not upright, but I'm in the mood to look for a clarifier. For pay attention to the red flags. And maybe another one for separation, even though I've already determined what it is as far as I'm concerned. I'm just looking for an upright card. Here's one. Here's one. Anything else? Control issues? Putting them back in order. And I might as well do our advice now from there. So, as I said, separation, we're letting go of the old to make way for the new. And the romance angels agree with me. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So that's why you're separating from someone of an old circumstance. Here, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Well, the red to me that just now, it said it's the heart. Now, I was saying that this is Mars, but just now I was hearing like it's the heart, and it's connected to wedding. In either case, I think it's a good scenario because, again, Mars and Venus very cozy and in love this week too. And as above, so below. The heart of the matter, let go of control issues. There's some situations involving our family, close friends and or family. And family can include these exes, especially if they are parents to our children. And we just got to let those things unfold, and we got to let people go that need to be gone. We just got to surrender and let it all happen. And that's not only on the side of the masculine who appears to be doing it, but that's on the side of the feminine as well. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, but not just your parents. All those people we saw turn up in the hashtag creepy deck, whoever they represent, any and everybody who is so impactful upon your life that they, could prohibit or would prohibit whether or not you're able to move forward. We got to heal those relationships, whether that means by, to repair them or to walk away from them. And that's up to you. In some cases, it has to do with finances and career. We're staying with people or in situations because of money. We lack the faith, belief in the universe, belief in ourselves, that all that's going to, work out. But in the general reading, if you watch the general, it indicated on both sides with the King of Earth and the Ace of Earth and all that. You got to see where these things fell and what they meant. Check that out. From the Tony Carmine Salerno Universal Love Oracle to the masculine, more moon, more goddess, more surrender. But I'm proud of you already. I'm going to go out and say it, and I expect you to follow through. I trust that you will follow through. I trust you to follow through, to do what you said you were going to do. Bravo, masculine. That's cause for celebration. I started out with celebration. Now I know why. Feminine. More sacred marriage. It's moon tree. More moon too. The moon, very, very important here for us. Very important. This is a card of sacred marriage. It's the marriage between heaven and earth, and it's the marriage between two sacred beings. So that would be the divine masculine and feminine of any union. There you go. More wedding. From the hashtag creepy deck, long distance to the masculine. More of this separation and letting that ship sail. That is of no use to you. Feminine, embracing our passions and about whom we're passionate. And masculine, don't give up. You're expressing the sorrow, and you got to remain positive that things will work out. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith is what's going to bring you romance. And lastly, the feminine, you too, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I hope that you guys enjoy the Leaky Love reading and find it helpful and as awesome as I did. Namaste, angels.